you're listening to the sound of the DeepMind 12 from Behringer, and that was the first patch in the keyboard called Blue Dolphin. Here with Andertons TV. We didn't even write in the corner, but it doesn't matter. Normally you write the name of the keyboard in there. This video is, we're very lucky to have one of these keyboards here with us today. They're quite rare beasts at the moment, and I wanted to try and get across in this video, like I do in most of my videos, what it's like for a layman or someone walking in the shop to, you know, first impressions of the keyboard. So we got it out of the box, we've turned it on. I know there's some really fab walkthroughs of, even before it came out, very detailed about the aspects of the synth. Like I often say, I'm pretty shallow, so I'm not going to go that deep. We're just going to talk about, maybe flick through some of the presets and how easy it is to fiddle with. But firstly, let's crack on with some sounds. So that was Blue Dolphin. I'll let it die out. As you can hear, a lot going on there. This is the DeepMind 12, 12 meaning 12 voices, digitally controlled analog synthesizers, lots of effects in there, and really shows off where Behringer have got to, which is, I suppose, you know, transformation in the company. They've grown and taken on other brands like TC Electronic and Midas and Clark Technic, and the original chap, very passionate about synthesizers, and they've come out with this pretty astonishing bit of kit that is $999, so £999 as it stands at the moment. They're coming into Andertons in the next month, and as you heard in that patch there, I'll play it again. That's just a C major chord. So much going on there. So let's try break it down. What's in this beast? So if I had a little look, I think I can, yeah, that's the default program. So let's have a look and listen to some of the, like I do in most of my videos, just the core value of the sound. So 12 voices means we can play 12 notes at once. Hooray! Because I think it's so much more expressive when you can play chords in a sea of like mono synths we got out. Here we go. So that's a C major, basic like that. On DCO1, we can turn off the oscillators. Let's listen to the first one. This is a saw wave. I'm going to change the envelope here. Now we're going to get very quickly into the fact that this screen may look, I can remember the head honcho at Andertons was, oh yeah, the screen, I don't know how you're going to get on with it. But sitting at it, very informative. I mean, look at that. What I'm changing is being very well documented here on screen. So we've got a nice square. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you're going to get that. Look at all that goodness going on. And that is showing me what the sound should be like. So it should be quite beefy. There we go. Quite a plain sound. If I can take that, put that back in. So that's listening to the first oscillator. And there's also a square wave which you can do the pulse width on. Look at that! It's even showing us the pulse width moving there. So lots of variation. We can put those on together. If I take that release down. Cool. DCO2 we can bring in. So that's the second oscillator. We bring that in using the level, I think. Whoosh. So we can hear that's down. Can I change the pitch a bit? There we go. Cool. We're just hearing raw oscillators there, which, you know, it doesn't get you excited, you know, get a life. Slam the pitch down. Interesting bit, pitch mod here. Oh, So any C6 fans out there? C6 Steve? Tone mod? That looks like a very interesting variation on pulse width. You can see on the screen there, if I do it slowly, and I'll play it so you can hear it. Lots of variation in the basic oscillators there, and remember that oscillator is up to 12 voices, so we can do really fat chords. Let's have a little look here and see what I can muster up. I mean, that just sounds like a big old mess because it's a terrible fruity chord, but we'll plow on. We've got noise in there as well. Yeah, look at that screen. All in there, so we can bring a bit of noise in. Here's everything kicking off at once. And you can see on here as well, the lights, how many voices we're using. So that's big old chords. Okay, so that's the chorus tone of those oscillators. And we're going to filter it down. Let's listen to the filter for a second. And if you're not using your ears, all listed on the screen there. Bit of resonance. That was half master resonance. We'll go fully erect. Climactically at the end there. We can make that a 2-pole filter, so 2 different types of filter in there. Listen how that changes the characteristic. Now that 2-foot, I know we sweep filters because people want to hear it. Well, maybe you don't want to hear it. If you don't want to hear it, that's useful. If you're making pads, often that can be a little bit subtler than, more subtle. Subtler? Awful. More subtle than the, crikey, I'm losing all use of English. So we had that going. There's an envelope on that as well. So we can make it a bit squelchy. The envelope, if I want to change that for the filter, we've got 3 envelopes as well. So one for the amplitude, so if I hit that chap, that's how the sound's going to come in. So again, represented on the screen. If I want to make the filter a bit more squidgy, change the attack, and look at that, all represented on the screen. And even then, so even more than that envelope, we've got this thing called curves here. So in there you can adjust, you can basically draw. It's a bit like playing an Etch-a-Sketch. So if you ever thought, I'd love to play an Etch-a-Sketch, this is what it feels like at the moment. I've got one for modulation as well. Great, and a global one if I take that off. So we've got a sound. Got a high pass filter. So if we're doing bassy stuff, hear that? So again, nice if you're playing pads. It's a poly synth, so you're going to be playing some chords. You'd think be nice just to tidy up the bottom end. And if I get it all sounding a bit more normal again, hopefully, let's have a look. Which that certainly doesn't. Okay, we've got this bass boost feature, and I'll get to that in a bit. We'll want some presets. Master level, Arpeggiator over here. Staying with this awful sound, sorry, but we're going on a voyage together. So we got Arpeggiator. Let's turn it on. Oh, that's fun. Make it a bit squelchy. Right, and I'm going to touch on how every one of these functions you see has got an edit button below. So something like the Arpeggiator, if I hit edit, Bang, on the screen I've got everything. Does it sync with the key? How many octaves do I want to go? Do I want to go 6 octaves? Yes. Mode, up, down. Let's have a little fiddle. Down. So you get the idea. For example, if I wanted to change something about the filter, if I hit the edit button, bass boost, it's all in here, velocity, sensitivity, almost every aspect of the synth could be changed, and it's very deep, hence DeepMind. Now, I just wanted to touch on a little bit of the core sound. Obviously, go check it out. There's guys that really beautifully and exhaustively show all the features. I hope that touched on a little bit of what it sounds like if you strip it back. I'm going to flick to some presets and just generally talk about what I think of the sound and see if it gets me moist. I think the DeepMind deserves to be on the board, so it's on the board, all is right with the world, and we're going to start hacking through some of these presets. We heard the Blue Dolphin. We'll just do the first 5, shall we? We shall. First 5. We've done Blue Dolphin chord play. Let's see what happens if I fiddle with the old mod on that. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on there. Look at that. Lights up. Are we getting that? Look at that. Oh, as it lights up. Behringer, you saucy devils. No one's talking about that in a video. There you go. Right, Heaven Pad. Let's see if it's heavenly. Now, I'm gonna put this boost button on and see what that changes the sound like. A lot going on without. Do much, just let it go off on one. Incredibly rich sounds. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe we'll pick one apart in a second. Four, hammer bass. That's got that bass boost feature on. Cool, hammer bass. Juno proximity. Nice. Really cool patch. Let's see what if I fiddle with the mod wheel. Nothing happened, but don't hold that against them. I'm just excited by flicking through these presets. Sweep and fold. Wow. How do I stop it? There we go. Oh, crikey, what a sound. Let's get out of that and let's see if we can deconstruct it a little bit. Sweep and fold. So it comes up the preset, bit of information. I can see the envelope on there. There's an LFO assigned. Let's see if we can see some bits. So if you want to find out what's going on in the sound, if I hit edit, I can see, let's have it on here, edit on the LFO, see what's going on. There's a triangle shape, it's on, square shape on there. It's a bit too crazy for me. Robbie 2 RB. I think it's Robbie Brenneman, who is a bit of a synth lord. Now, if I hit this mod button, you can see the modulation matrix, and anything can be routed anywhere, such deep levels, and it can be negative or positive. Again, there's chaps that go through it, but quickly, if you're like me and want to come in the store and play through it, don't be scared of it. Flick through some presets and you can almost learn from it and see how it's constructed. So on here, we can see that the note number is modulating the source is modulating the LFO rate. So, and the envelope, the second envelope over here, is modulating the modulation 1 dep, and the note value. I mean, are you bored? I'm bored, but it doesn't matter. Let's get out of here and let's have another set. Outer rim job. Oh, sorry. Outer rim JD, sorry. Now there are, there are absolutely bucket loads. Even look, there's banks here. Oh, one called Keytar. Got to have that. Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get an effect on it. Effects. Let's go down. Rack amp. Let's see if we can get some delay. Here we go. 4-tap delay. Great. Modulation delay. Chorus. See if I can crank that. Oh, I'm in the right. Okay, what an idiot. Chorus, and if I go over. Get that going. Change the routing of the effects. Crikey, it really is so deep that you've. Hopefully, I've demonstrated by floundering around that there's a lot to learn by it. Maybe I'll get some time with it when we get them in stock, and I'll come back and do a proper run through on all the nitty-gritty bits. But I wanted to say as well that maybe there was a stigma, or I had a little bit of a stigma about Behringer stuff, and like years ago, and I think they thoroughly dispelled that. And with products like the mixing desk that they make, the X32 range, and so on and so forth, and this synth for £1,000 is super desirable. I mean, and the way it feels so solid, very much of the ilk of some, things that are double the price, and has huge variety and potential for making sounds. I'm gonna stop waffling on, get out of here, get the program mode, and we're just gonna look for something that catches our eye. Hey, patch B12, it's called Big Muff. Let's check this shit. Oh, this is monophonic. Can I get that? Cool, we got that rocking. Turn that down. We've had a little introduction to the DeepMind. Go find out more about it. Read the manual, like I didn't. I'm going to go read it, come back and hopefully do a bit more on this synth. But it's been a lovely day in Keyboard Corner, and I'm going to leave you with the Big Muff, and I'm just going to tickle the muff's frequency. And leave you with that.